इरानको न्युक्लियर साइटमा अमेरिकाले शनिबार बिहान भीषण हमला गर्यो। अमेरिकाका राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रम्पले उक्त हमलाको व्हाइट हाउसमा रहेको सिचुएसन रुमबाट प्रत्यक्ष अवलोकन गरेका थिए। आइतबार बिहान भएको हमलापछि अमेरिकी जहाजहरू इरानको आकाश क्षेत्रबाट सकुशल बाहिरिएको र 3वटै न्युक्लियर साइट ध्वस्त पारिएको ट्रम्पले दाबी गरेका छन्।
A short time ago, the US military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities.
उनले उक्त हमलापछि देशवासीका नाममा सम्बोधन गर्दै अमेरिकी सेनाले सफल आक्रमण गरेको बताएका थिए। साथै अब पनि शान्तिका लागि तयार नभए यो भन्दा पनि भयावह अवस्था सामना गर्न उनले इरानलाई चेतावनी दिए।
But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed and skill. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight.
इरानले पनि शत्रुहरूबाट आफ्नो न्युक्लियर साइटहरू फोर्डो, नातान्ज र इस्फहानमा आक्रमण भएको पुष्टि गरेको छ। तर उसले आक्रमणबाट भएको क्षतिबारे केही स्पष्ट भनेको छैन।
It was not only Iran's facilities which was bombed, it was also the United Nations Charter. It was also non-proliferation regime and NPT which was bombed last night by Americans.
तर तेहरानबाट अल जजिराका लागि रिपोर्टिङ गरिरहेका संवाददाताले अमेरिकी आक्रमणबाट कुनै क्षति नभएको दावी इरानी अधिकारीहरूले गरेको उल्लेख गरेका छन्। साथै आक्रमण भएको क्षेत्रबाट कुनै पनि विकिरण नबाहिरिएको पनि उल्लेख छ। बीबीसीले आफ्नो अमेरिकी साझेदारको समाचार संस्था सीबीसी न्यूजसँगको सहकार्यमा तयार गरेको रिपोर्ट अनुसार इरानका न्युक्लियर साइटमाथि आक्रमण गर्न अमेरिकी सेनाले 2वटा बम वर्षक विमान प्रयोग गरेको थियो र त्यसले 78,000 किलो तौलका 6वटा बङ्कर बस्टर बम इरानको न्युक्लियर साइटहरूमा खसालेको थियो। एउटा साइटमा कम्तीमा 2वटा बम खसालिएको प्रारम्भिक अनुमान गरिएको छ। यसरी खसालिएको बमको नाम GVU-57 MOP रहेको बताइएको छ। यद्यपि यसबारे अमेरिकी सेनाले पत्रकार सम्मेलन गरेर विस्तृत जानकारी दिने ट्रम्पले बताएका छन्। 37 घण्टा नन स्टप उडान भरेर आक्रमण। अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समाचार एजेन्सीहरूका अनुसार इरानका न्युक्लियर साइटमा आक्रमणको एक दिन अघिदेखि अर्थात् शुक्रबार साँझदेखि नै अमेरिकाले इरानसँग कूटनैतिक सम्बन्ध बन्द गरेको थियो। यद्यपि त्यसअघि राष्ट्रपति ट्रम्पले 2 साता अघि इरानमा कुनै आक्रमण नगर्ने सार्वजनिक रूपमा बताउँदै आएका थिए। तर शनिबार राति 81 इरानी आकाश घुसेर अमेरिकी जहाजले आक्रमण गरेको छ। रिपोर्टहरूका अनुसार अमेरिकाको मिसौरी स्थित हवाई अड्डाबाट 37 घण्टा उडान भरेर 2 B-2 स्टेल्थ बम वर्षक विमान इरानको आकाश पुगेका थिए। राडारमा डिटेक्ट नहुने ती जहाजहरूले आक्रमणका लागि जाँदा आकाशमै तेल भरिएको बताइएको छ। ती जहाज सफलतापूर्वक बम निशानामा खसालेर गुम स्थित पेसिफिक सामुद्रिक तटमा सुरक्षित फर्किएका थिए। ती जहाजहरू अहिले सुरक्षित रहेको रोइटर्सले जनाएको छ। 3 निशानामा 78,000 किलोका 6वटा बम। विवरण अनुसार अमेरिकाले जमिनको गहिरो निशानामा पुगेर विस्फोट गराउन सक्ने 6वटा बम आक्रमणमा प्रयोग गरेको दावी गरेको छ। ती बमको नाम GVU-57 MOP बङ्कर बस्टर बम हो। MOP को अर्थ हुन्छ म्यासिभ ऑडियन्स पेनिट्रेटर। यी हरेक बमको तौल 13,000 किलोका थिए। यसले 18 मिटरको कंक्रिट र 61 मिटरको माटोलाई छेडेर जमिन मुनि पसेर विस्फोट गराउन सक्ने दावी गरिएको छ। आइतबार बिहान अमेरिकी जहाजले इरानको न्युक्लियर केन्द्रको आकाशमाथि 12 किलोमिटर दूरीबाट बम खसालेको बताइएको छ। इन्जिन नहुने यो बममा जीपीएसबाट टार्गेट निश्चित गरिएको थियो। यसरी खसालिएको बमको गतिले सिर्जना गरेको काइनेट इनर्जीले बम टार्गेटको 60 मिटर भित्र पसेको बीबीसीले उल्लेख गरेको छ। त्यसपछि जमिन मुनि पुगेर 2400 किलो विस्फोटक पदार्थ विस्फोट हुन्छ। के इरानको न्युक्लियर क्षेत्र ध्वस्त भएको छ? इजरायलले आक्रमण गरेको 9 दिनपछि इरानमा अमेरिकाले यो हमला गरेको हो। हमलाको 1 घण्टामै राष्ट्रको नाममा सम्बोधन गर्दै अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रम्पले इरानको न्युक्लियर साइट ध्वस्त पारेको दावी गरेका छन्। तर इरानले आक्रमण भएको बताए पनि क्षतिबारे खुलाएको छैन। त्यसो त विज्ञहरूले अमेरिकाले गरेको दावी सत्य नहुन सक्ने तर्क प्रस्तुत गरिरहेका छन्, किनकि इरानको सबै न्युक्लियर साइट जमिनबाट 80 देखि 90 मिटर भन्दा गहिरो भागमा छ। अमेरिकाले फोर्डो, नातान्ज र इस्फहानमा रहेका 3 आणविक साइटहरूमा आक्रमण गरेको जनाएको छ। फोर्डो तेहरानको दक्षिणतर्फ पहाडको भित्री भागमा लुकाइएको छ र यसलाई बेलायत र फ्रान्सलाई जोड्ने च्यानल टनेल भन्दा गहिरो भूमिगत मानिन्छ। फोर्डोको यस्तो गहिराइका कारण इजरायली हतियारहरूबाट आक्रमण गर्न कठिन मानिन्थ्यो। फोर्डो ध्वस्त पार्न सक्ने पर्याप्त शक्तिशाली बङ्कर बस्टर बम अमेरिकी सेनासँग मात्र रहेको विश्वास गरिन्थ्यो। हरेक साइटमा 2वटा बम खसालेको दावी गरिएको छ। इरानको एटोमिक अनुसन्धान केन्द्रले आक्रमणपछि कुनै पनि रेडिएसन लिक भएको नपाइएको बताएको छ। इजरायली सेनाले पनि अमेरिकाको आक्रमणबाट सामान्य बाहिरी भूभागमा बाहेक न्युक्लियर साइटभित्र कुनै क्षति नभएको दावी गरेको छ। इरानको परमाणु ऊर्जा संगठनका उपमहानिर्देशक तथा राष्ट्रिय आणविक सुरक्षा प्रणाली केन्द्रका प्रमुख रेजा कार्डानले अमेरिकी हवाई आक्रमणबाट प्रभावित साइटहरू र पूर्वाधारहरू बाहिर कुनै पनि विकिरण, प्रदूषण वा आणविक विकिरण नदेखिएको बताएका छन्। देशका जनताका लागि एक सन्देश सार्वजनिक गर्दै उनले भनेका छन्, देशका प्रिय जनताको सुरक्षाको लागि पूर्व योजना बनाइएको थियो र आवश्यक कदमहरू चालिएका थिए। आज बिहान आणविक स्थापनाहरूमाथि गरिएका आपराधिक हमलाका बावजुद पनि पहिल्यैबाट तयार पारिएको योजना र गरिएका उपायका कारण ती साइटहरू बाहिर कुनै विकिरण, प्रदूषण वा आणविक विकिरण देखिएको छैन। कार्डनले इरानको सरकारी समाचार संस्था IRNA-लाई बताएका छन्।
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And as I said, the damages are not only for our nuclear facilities. The damages are for the United Nations Charter, It was not only Iran's facilities which was bombed, it was also the United Nations Charter. It was also non-proliferation regime and NPT which was bombed last night by Americans. And it was the rule of law and international law which was bombed. So now we have to see how much room is left for diplomacy, and we will decide.
I'd like to hand over to TRT World.
Mr. Minister, the US President Donald Trump warned that Iran must now make peace, otherwise the future attacks, he says, would be far greater and much easier. So how is Tehran responding to death threats from Washington? Thank you.
I think it's not up to Iran to respond to that. The whole international community should respond of such a clear threat against the United Nations Charter. Iran has done nothing wrong. We do not understand why Iran should be attacked for a false accusation that Iran is seeking nuclear weapons. It's now more than 20 years that we are trying to prove that our peaceful nuclear program is in fact peaceful and would remain peaceful. We negotiated for a long time with the so-called P5+1, and we came to a deal which the whole world celebrated as an achievement of diplomacy. And then it was the US who withdrew from that deal and reimposed their sanctions and restarted their threats. Again, we were negotiating with the same administration. Then all of a sudden they decided to attack us, first by Israelis, then by themselves. And now they are threatening us for more attacks. So it's not up to Iran, but it's up to international community to condemn this, to prevent this. Otherwise, there would be nothing left for the international law, for the security at the world level. The Security Council should play its role, should play its responsibility to condemn and prevent these kind of threats. We will certainly defend our interests. We will certainly defend our territorial integrity, our sovereignty, and our people. And I'm so glad that our people are now fully understand what injustice they are doing against the Iranian people. They are united and in solidarity with the government, and we stand firm against any aggression.